After 25 years, the Yu-Gi-Oh card game anime is over for now. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another video. It is currently March 29th. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush anime, the 8th anime in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime franchise, has just aired its final episode over in Japan. I was watching live with my friend Pete. We're going to bring Pete in a little later on in this video. And I just wanted to record this kind of discussion, impromptu, off-the-cuff video for all of you guys. We are entering a period, I guess we are now officially in a period, as Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime fans that we have never been in before. And that is the card game anime that has aired almost every single week since April of 2000, after 25 years, is over. And there are no known plans for it to continue. I got to be honest, I'm feeling very kind of emotional, not only because of the Go Rush ending, which I thought was very good. I have to wait for subs, but I thought that ending was very satisfactory. But I'm just emotional because of what the future holds and really the unknownness of what the future holds for this Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime franchise that I have loved for over 2 decades now, and I know so many of you guys have as well. I owe Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot. I mean, I really do. There is no franchise that has done more for me than Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! As an entity is going to be fine. The card game is fine. Duel Links is fine. Master Duel is fine. But a large part that a lot of us love, and that a lot of people that are probably subscribed to this channel for, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is certainly entering a very unknown period, and we don't know what's next. We don't know if there is ever going to be another card game anime. We have the Chronicles in April. That's exciting, and I am excited for it, but that's a different type of show. It's not characters dueling. It's not seeing new cards get utilized on the dueling field. It's not seeing people get sent to the Shadow Realm or, whatever it may be. And that is an element that has consistently been there for me for, as I said, 2 decades, basically. Since 5Ds, I've been watching this franchise on a weekly basis. Since Arc 5, I've been covering this franchise for all of you guys on a weekly basis. I have met so many incredible friends and incredible human beings through this journey. And if this is the end, which I hope it's not, I just want to say thank you. This channel is not going anywhere. We have 8 wonderful Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows to continue to talk about, and we are going to continue to talk about them. And, I think the content that is to come is going to be very, very exciting. And I'm still very optimistic that we are going to get something in the future. I want to say near future, but I really don't know. I think the earliest could be next year, to be totally honest with you, for a new series to start. I think the scariest thing for people that are like me and are huge fans of the show is the unknown element of it. Sometimes the unknown is scarier than the known, and I can relate to that based on like a health condition that I had during this channel. For a year to a year and a half, I visited a couple of different throat specialists, a couple of different doctors, because my throat was always in pain. I would lose my voice after talking for 90 minutes. It was ridiculous. And the doctors would say, yeah, I can't find anything wrong. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. And those were just really, really tough times because it's the unknown. As soon as I got the diagnosis that I had a polyp on my vocal cord, you immediately start to kind of see a light in the sky, even if the diagnosis is a little grim and not what you want to hear, because now it's like, okay, how can I attack it? How can I get better? And, throat therapy didn't work. All right, what's next? Surgery? All right, let's do it. It worked. Beautiful. And we're all good now. And we're entering, I think, a very scary time for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime because of the unknown element. We don't know how long we're going to be in this period. It could be 6 months. It could be 9 months until Jump Festa. It could be 5 years. I really don't know. The truth is nobody knows. And we have to hope that they are working on things behind the scenes. They very well could be, and that this break is temporary and not permanent. But with that being said, long live Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to remain hopeful, and this channel is not going anywhere. I want to bring on my friend Pete. He's been watching Weekly Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Vrain's 2017, I believe. So 8 years, maybe not as long as me, but still a very long time. Yeah. Pete, how are you feeling now that, for the time being, it's over?
I mean, I'm sad. I'm kind of just kind of sitting in it right now, I think is the best way to say it. And, you know, we just watched the Raw, obviously not the subs of the episode. It looked like a very satisfying ending, which I'm very happy about. And I'm very grateful for what Studio Bridge did, what Go Rush did. And it's been a lot of fun, you know, UTS, right? Like, you know, I'm excited for what this was and the journey I've been on, but having the unknown, it's scary, you know, but I just can't help but be optimistic of just, it is scary, but it also feels like possibilities could be endless now. And I think that you let Konami Studios build up, they're going to do the Chronicles here. Sure, I'm very excited for that, but the chance of a weekly or seasonally Yu-Gi-Oh! In the future, I still think that's a possibility. And I still think there is a way for that to come, and it could be anything at this point, because I feel like maybe Studio Bridge is kind of done. That was kind of like their swan song, the 2 shows. It looked like a very satisfying ending. That's awesome. And now another studio, whether it is Konami or a completely different third-party studio, can take on this property and can be just as awesome as the previous 8 shows that we had.
Yeah, very well said, and huge shout out to Bridge. It did feel, based on that Go Rush ending and just with other things that have been going on, like that may have been the final Studio Bridge anime. They're not adverse to moving studios. We saw that from Gallop to Bridge, and now we have a little bit of a waiting period. Who knows how long it is? Again, it's that unknown factor. But there is a lot of excitement in that because, well, are they working on something? If they are, is it going to be some grandiose project? Is it going to be, you know, tackling an older show? What's the style going to look like? Are we going to get fresh blood into the franchise in terms of writing teams? That's all very exciting. And yeah, I think it's important to remain optimistic, but I also think it was important to make this very, you know, brief discussion video because, like, I know there's a lot of people, and that's where I do get sad, because I know there's a lot of people, not just me or you, that are feeling maybe even a little hopeless because this was their big, you know, leaning and comfort anime, and this is what they love about Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe more so than the card game. It's not a majority of people, but it's still a large amount of people. Do you have any message for people that are feeling a little kind of down in the dumps right now?
I think you have 2 messages. Like I said at the top, I think you do have a hope. There is a reason to believe. I'm not saying like crazy false hope is gonna really drive you to like kind of insane belief that it's gonna be announced in a month or it's gonna be announced even in several months. But that lingering feeling of hope, I think that's okay to be attached onto that. The other thing is, the other message I would say is you got 8 shows. You got 8 shows that you could always rewatch. You could always live those moments again. Maybe one of the shows, maybe it's GX or something you haven't watched in 20 years. You're going to have an opportunity to do that, whether you go on a Crunchyroll or you see now that they're doing the remaster over there in Japan. There is an ability to celebrate stuff. You're going to have creators like yourself that you can go and watch videos of, and there is communities that you can be a part of that you can enjoy and always talk about. 8 shows, over 1,000 episodes. There's a reason to still believe in this anime and appreciate what we've gotten already.
Yeah, it's very well said. It's a wonderful library. All the shows are special in their own way. And I would guarantee most people watching probably have not seen every show. Like, you haven't seen every show.
I have not, no.
Nobody else on the team here, besides maybe Dak, but part of the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast, they haven't seen every show. So, go back and watch one of those old Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows, you know, and let's be patient, let's be optimistic, let's be hopeful, and let's be, I think, thankful at the same time for what we have gotten and for hopefully what we will get in the future. But wanted to make this video, you know, it's not a video I ever thought I would make. I really never thought that this part of the franchise would end potentially, but there is a lot to still talk about and be hopeful for, and hopefully we get something sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I think it's well said. I think your monologue at the beginning was was very personal, and I thought it was meaningful.
Yeah,
and
thank you.
everyone in the comments that we're going to see here, everyone that's over on Discords or is coming to stream, and all this time, whether you're leaving, you have yet to discover us, or you've been here the entire ride, we appreciate each and every one of you, and we're going to keep doing this thing. You're going to keep doing this thing, and I'm just excited for what the future of Yugioh everything, and Super Deep Rod, I guess, included in that as well, is going to be, man. It is not the end. It is a see you later.
Yep.
And it is also, in terms of content, we ain't going anywhere.
No,
so
we're not.
It is going to be fine.
Yeah.
We've met all these incredible, amazing people, whether in person or just on the comments or streams. You've been lovely, and I can't wait to meet more of you.
Absolutely. Very well said. And yeah, if you're watching, I mean, comment down below. Let us know how you're feeling, and let us know your predictions as well when it comes to the weekly or just card game shows. You know, do you think it's going to come back? Do you think it's going to be seasonal when it does? Will it go back to weekly? I'd love to know all your predictions on that down below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Pete, for joining me.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Greatly, greatly appreciate it. Check him out, YouTube, Clueless Gamers. Thank you all so much. I'll talk to you down below. And I hope you have an amazing day. Long live Yu-Gi-Oh!
Long
Take
live
care,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
guys.